Hello again. So, in this conversation, we are going to be talking about and we are going to be addressing the topic whether the Christ was the Son of God or whether the Christ was literal God walking upon the earth. Now, I'm going to try my best to stay on topic and let me answer that for you. And I'm going to be answering that from my own personal experience because experience is the best teacher. I've been serving God since I knew. It's like I was born that way. Around 7, 8 years old, I began to feel a pull, a powerful tug of the Holy Spirit or spirits. And I began to look for God continuously. Couldn't find a being that looked like him, so I decided to settle for what religions called God, which is the God of the Bible, the Abrahamic God. So for me, everything is all or nothing. So when I served God, it was all or nothing. So I took every word out of that Bible literally to be my truth, my life, my source in this life and the next. Okay? Now, lots of things went wrong for me because I believed the words of the Bible and the words of this God of the Bible. But that is for another topic because I don't want to stray from this topic, whether the Christ was God walking upon the earth. But lots of things went wrong for me in my life because I believe 100% in the words of this Bible. And I'm going to explain further down in other videos why my life seemed like a life from out of hell because of the words. Lots of supernatural things began to happen in my life where people became afraid of me. I became afraid of my own self. I couldn't explain why these things were happening to me. I had questions, so I began to ask questions in the church where they were supposed to have answers for spiritual questions, but nobody could answer these questions. I was told never to question the Bible, never to question God, and never to question the prophets of that denomination, but to just be silent, believe, and shut up, be quiet. As a matter of fact, a woman is not supposed to even speak. So my questions went unanswered, and I lived a very anxiety-filled life because I was having very powerful supernatural experiences happening to me that I needed answers, but I was scared. I thought I was evil because religion called those experiences evil. And so I believed fully that I was going to hell, damned and doomed by these words in the Bible, on this God in the Bible. Okay? So in 2015, 2016, I had powerful spiritual awakenings. And in 2020, I had the most profound spiritual awakening where I completely transformed into something else that is not of this dimension, not of this 3D dimension. I transformed into it for over 10 days. That is why I can answer the question whether Jesus Christ was God in the flesh, if any word of that book is true. Now, Jesus Christ, back in his time, I believe they were powerful spiritual people because there was no distractions. These people can focus on their goal of connecting with divinity or connecting with their true self. The religion or the faith or the spirituality of that time was not too tainted because there was not much technology to distract you from it. Matter of fact, spirituality was the way of life back in the days of Yeshua. And so if I was born back in those days, I can see how easily I would have been in tune to spirituality instantly because there would have been no distractions. There would have been no school for me to have to go to, no homework to do, no TV to watch, no games, no trying to compete with the highest and the newest and the latest trend. It was probably going to be complete focus on God, spirituality. So the yogis and the masters of those times, of the times of the Christ and the Buddha, were focused with no distractions. So whether Christ was God on the earth, I am going to have to say this from my own experience. When I became awakened. What I experienced was becoming one with everything, which is upon the earth and in other dimensions, which is not on this earth, which is the source that created all things. And I didn't know that was possible, so I'm getting emotional just talking about this right now because it was an emotional experience. Powerful, frightening, empowering, scary all at the same time. And I was all alone. I had no one there to say, hey, this is what is happening to you, you know. But I was in that other dimension when I was experiencing that connection with divinity, connection with the source that created all things. I thought, how is this happening? How is it that I'm experiencing this? So yes, I will have to say from my own experience that Christ, Yeshua, when he transcended this dimension spiritually, when he broke through the barrier between the physical and the spiritual and connected with divinity, which is why he kept saying we are one with God, I and the Father are one. Yes, when he experienced that, he was a God upon the earth. We are all gods upon the earth, as a matter of fact. It's not just Christ. We are all one with the source of all creation. We are all expressions of it. We are nothing less than the source of creation. You are a beautiful expression of the source of creation. And the only reason why you're not experiencing the fullness of who you are is because you don't know who you are. You see, we have been taught that we are separated from the source of creation. We have been taught that we are separated from God, but we are not separated from God. When I was growing up, they taught me that God separated himself from us because we're too sinful. And he is going to hide himself from man and punish man because God cannot come near anything sinful. Now, when I was in that dimension, when I was experiencing this at that level, I could not experience anything negative. I tried. As a human, I tried to experience something negative like fear and sorrow, hunger, thirst. I tried to experience passion, desire. But anything from this dimension, in this physical body, I could not experience in that dimension. I was pure, positive, powerful energy, an energy of pure love, ecstatic, blissful. And nothing negative could come near me. I tried to think of negative things that have hurt me in the past as a child. And when I would bring the thought to me, there was a powerful feel of electromagnetic energy that blocked it around my belly area. There was a powerful feel of energy coming out of my head, coming out of this area right here in a triangular shape right here in front of my face and out of my head. Powerful energy that if you look at my videos when this was happening, you would actually hear how it was affecting the cell phone that I was recording the video in, because while it was happening, I wanted to record it and to remember it, and it was shattering the phone, and it was shutting down. My headphones couldn't work, my phones couldn't work. There was a powerful feel of energy coming out of my head, and I didn't know what that was. I didn't know. There was a powerful feel of energy coming out of my heart. My heart felt filled and fulfilled and whole and complete. There was energy coming out of my belly area, just powerful energy coming out of me. I felt it all around me. And when I was at work, I had to come to work for a few days. When I was at work, somebody would talk to me, and maybe some guests who were drinking or something would say something rude or whatever, and their words, which is a vibration. Words are vibration. I know that now from this experience, that everything is vibration, because I became one with everything and everyone around me. No one was separated from me. I became one with everything. If someone was feeling fear, I felt the fear. But the fear felt like a separate entity from the person. It was like an energy field that was not supposed to be attached to the person. And I felt their fear. I felt their their hopelessness, I felt if someone was feeling sexual, I could feel everything around me. And anyways, when a person would be mean to me and say something evil or negative toward me, I felt the feel of energy around me, around my head and around my body block the words, the negative. I was being protected by a powerful, powerful force of positive energy. And I would say I was being protected by a positive spirit, the spirit of the source of creation, of what people call God. It completely engulfed me and took me over and possessed me at a powerful level. And I didn't know what was happening to me. And while I was going through this, I was asking God, spirit, angels, guardian angels, whoever exists out there, I'm all alone right now. And I don't know what is happening to me, except for my boss, who's from India, who knew. And I was saying, I need help. And while I was saying that, I was led in the process to pick up my laptop and just hit a couple of buttons. And guess who I hit? The buttons that I hit and typed into my screen without even knowing what I was doing was Joe Dispenza. And there was this doctor, this scientist, talking about the very same thing that I was going through while I was going through it. He was talking on my laptop while I was in another dimension. And he was basically just guiding me through everything that I was experiencing. And I'm thinking, how mind-blowing is this, that I would be experiencing this powerful experience, scared out of my mind, yet here I was led to this doctor, Joe Dispenza. Click on his video on YouTube, and he's explaining everything that I'm going through. So the question as to whether Jesus Christ, Yeshua, was divine or whether he was God walking upon the earth, yes, he was God walking upon the earth. Everyone is a God walking upon the earth. And the only reason that we don't know that is because we have been taught otherwise. We have been schooled otherwise. We have been churched otherwise to believe something else, that we are separated from divinity when we are not. We are divine. We are expressions of divinity. We are expressions of the source of creation. We are the creators. You ever wonder why, if you look at your life and you think bad thoughts and you feel bad emotions, more bad things happen in your life and more bad things seems to be attracted to you, in opposed to when you feel good thoughts and you feel happy and you feel all excited and you feel abundant, more abundant things happen to you, more successful things happen to you. Well, that's simple. You are expressions of source. You are expressions. You are gods walking upon the earth, which means you are creators. You are the ones creating your life. How? By the thoughts you think, the emotions you feel, by the vibrations that you are emitting, by the frequency with which you align yourself to. You are the ones creating your life. See, what the source of creation has done is that he has created the world, the universe, and he's left it there. And you are a part of that source of creation, and you are one with it. If you align yourself to it, you will experience divinity within yourself, and you will know that you are fully responsible for whatever is happening in your life right now. You are the ones creating it, even before you were born. While you were still in your mother's womb, you began to create your life. As long as you had a consciousness, okay? As long as you had consciousness while you were in your mother's womb. And you're going to say, well, how in the name of God was I creating when I was in my mother's womb? You feel when you're in your mother's womb. If your mother was sending you love and security, that is what you will attract when you exit that womb. If your mother was sending you, I'm going to kill you, abort you, murder you, I hate you, I reject you, I don't want you, that is what you're going to attract when you exit that womb. And this is the thing that we need to be taught, instead of being taught, oh, the demon has been set upon your life. While you were still in your mother's womb, the devil sent his demons to assassinate you. Bull crap, it's a lie. Making it seem as if your fate, the fate of your life, is outside of your hands, but instead it's in the devil's hands. Why have they given this Lucifer, this devil, and all his demons more power than God? Why have they done that? Everything seems to be empowered more empowered in the hands of Lucifer because more bad things seem to be happening in the world. That's because of the lies. People are doing bad things, wrong things are happening in your life, and instead of people realizing and owning up to the fact that they're the ones creating it by their thoughts and their emotions and the frequency and the vibrations that they're sending out into the universe, they're giving all of this to the devil. Oh, the devil is doing it. Lucifer is doing it. His demons are doing it. Blame him. We got to go to church. We got to pay our tithes. We got to go to church. We got to make pastors rich and go to church so they can help us pray this demon and this devil off of our lives. Bull crap. You are the ones doing it. You are the gods of the earth. You are the God of your life. You are the creator of your life. Yes, when Jesus walked the earth. When Jesus walked the earth. When the Buddha walked the earth. When Sadhguru walked the earth. Anyone, any yogi who became enlightened experienced their divinity. They were gods upon the earth. And they could do and say anything upon the earth. And it would happen. They became masters of the universe. Once you activate these centers in you and master yourself, you are a master of the universe. You are a god upon the earth. So yes, you are gods upon the earth. Christ was a god upon the earth. And the source of creation, that which people want to call God, it doesn't want to be worshipped. It doesn't want your worship. It doesn't need it. It is whole. It is complete. It is self-sufficient, self-sustained, self-existing. There's nothing you can do to the source of creation that will make it feel better. It is complete. It is you now who is an expression of source of a lower vibration. You are the one that need to raise that vibration in any means necessary. How did I raise my vibration before I became aware of this truth? I raised my vibration by worshiping songs, with worship songs, with positive worship songs, praising God was how I continuously kept my vibration raised. But it wasn't good enough. It would just stay raised while I was singing and while I was worshiping. The minute the worship and the song would be over, my vibration would go back down low, you see. It is us. We are the ones that need to raise our vibrations and our energies to a higher level to connect with divinity. But the source of creation itself, that's which we refer to as God, doesn't need our worship, doesn't need our praise, doesn't need anything from us. That is why the Bible is bullcrap, where it continuously keeps saying that God created man because God wanted our company. Was the source of creation lonely? No. The source of creation is fulfilled. It is complete. It is a complete divine intelligence, complete and whole. It doesn't need anything. I became it for over 10 days and I needed nothing. I didn't need food, water, sleep. I didn't have any dreams, no desire for the future. Everything around me seems completely, why do I need these things? Why do I need to eat, to sleep, to dream, to plan for the future? I am complete and whole within myself right now. I didn't have any need for a partner. I didn't have any desire for nothing, for clothes, nor food, nor shelter, no nothing. Life, to me, didn't make any sense in that moment because I was complete. I was more spirit than I was physical. God, the source of creation, spirit, doesn't need anything from us. It is us that need everything from it. With that said, I hope something that I said in this video was helpful to you. Namaste. Have a wonderful day.